Good afternoon, YouTube. It's man all the way to page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, as you know, I just on the weekend I went to my first professional bodybuilding show, and this is it was a great opportunity for me. I never ever been to one of these things. I've seen them on television. I've seen them on the internet. I've watched some pay-per-views, and for me, being a small content maker on YouTube, and to get the opportunity to go personally see a bodybuilding show live is a great thing. Now, as you know, I have some bad news for you folks. My partner, Crime Jen, is not be able to make it. He's not feeling well, and it's just gonna be a solo with me. So you have to be a little bit, you have me for a little bit. But anyway, as you know, I went to the Linda Murray Savannah Pro. Now, Savannah is like a good 4 hours, almost a 4 hour drive from where I stay at. But I went on a train, and it was a good train ride. I think I can't remember the last time I've been on a train. That's been years, maybe since I was a kid. And it was a nice train ride. I sat and enjoyed the ride. And it took a good while to get there. I gotta get my room, and I finally got in my room. I just my bags, and I did a live before I went to sleep. It takes a while. Like if you've never been, you leave your home, you go someplace else. It takes a while for you to fall asleep. So what I did was just turn on the television, let TV watch me, and then when I fell asleep, I make sure what I do usually, I'll set the timer on TV, so it just slept. So. Anyway, this is episode 101 of MuscleTalk Mondays, and I appreciate y'all coming through. And I will talk about what I saw, my critique of the Linda Murray Savannah Pro. This is the third year of the show. The show started back in 2020. As you know, it was Linda Murray expanding her brand. She had at one point, you remember she had the North Fork, but she closed down the North Fork. Then she moved to Atlanta, and she opened up the Atlanta show. This was this summer. And now she's Savannah. So maybe in the future we can see Linda Murray, do more shows. One thing I should have posted this picture. She was at the event, because she's the promoter, and she was like maybe a good distance away from me. And I saw her. She turned around. She smiled. Oh my God! I got the I would love to sit and talk to her, something like that. But I know while I was talking with some other people, she's busy. She's a promoter. I mean, it was just a busy time. My man JM 2022, he says, I saw my two queens, Mona Persolet, Andrea Shaw, guest pose, both looking smoking hot, especially Andrea in the red. Holy smokes. Yeah, Andrea looked pretty good. I mean, and then he did, Bob Chicarillo got him to do a double pose down. And from what I hear some people, they felt like, Monica done this show where she looked. She was like, just a little bit peeled, as they say. If she pushed out a little bit of water out, she could have done the show. She probably could have won the show, but she's planning for the Rising Phoenix. As you know, Mona she has 12 points in the tally, and she was in a 4-week tie. It was her, Stephanie Fletcher. Stephanie Fletcher was there. I saw her. Sheena Olick was originally part of that group, but now Sheena taking 4th place at this show. She has 14 points, which gets her right behind Sherry Parami. And then you also the chick from Brazil. I keep forgetting how to say her name. I think it's the last name. I think it's Santos. She has also 12. And Irene Anderson was there because I actually got to talk to Irene Anderson because she was walking around. I saw her, I talked to her, I asked her how Hello was doing. I felt, I told her everything be all right. Because I know this year might be the first year that she may not attend the Olympia. It's all depending on which show she does. As you know, Elijah Phoenix is also an Olympic qualifier, but as you know, Andrea's going to be champion. It's just going to be I mean like that. So oh my man, all the competitors look fantastic. They did. They look amazing. Linda still looks good at her age. Yeah, she's almost 60. I mean, I'm telling you, and Linda look amazing. Stephanie Fletcher, I talked to on IG. She ever said Andrea was so was a hot mamacita. Yeah, that's good. And also, Ashley had it looking amazing, well deserved win, but Christina Bryant sure gave her a run for it. Yeah, Christina looked pretty good. I thought originally when I saw the prejudging, I thought that the top three was gonna be, in my personal opinion, was gonna be Asha, Christina, and Sheena. And I was just walking around and I got to see Sheena and I talked to her a good bit. She was really down. She felt like she just wasn't in the best condition like she should have been. And, and that, she was a little off, just, it happens. It happens. It's just, so you with Don Salib and Stephanie Fletcher, lucky you, how they like in person. Well, I really would, like I said, Donna, I saw her. She came in for the prejudging, and I talked for her a little bit, and then she got to go back out to the booth. I talked to her again, in between that time after the show, and right around the I think around the intermission after the show. Stephanie, she's mostly walking around talking to other people. I didn't really talk to her that much. And when I was about to leave, I wanted to get a picture. I got a picture with Donna first. And Stephanie said, "Well, you want to take a picture of me?" I said, "Okay, I'll take a picture with Stephanie." I'm not that, with Donna, I was, if I saw the picture with Donna, I was really out smiling. Stephanie's kind of, I'm just too sad about Stephanie Fletcher. But me and Donna have been talking on IG for quite some time, and I was glad to see her. I think, well, I know Donna's a very, approachable, very polite lady. I mean, I really liked, talking with her. My man, Sean McMillan, it was great to see Isabel Terrell back on stage. The control split. Wow. Yeah, that's great. You ever saw the part at the finals where she's like, her music didn't start, and her and Bob Chicarello, they're friends. They probably set that thing up, and we're playing Make a Love, Do a Little Dance. What's that group? I forgot the name. Was it Dirty White Boys or something? I forgot the name of that group. And playing Do a Little Dance, Making a Little Love. Get down, and she just split. That was a thing with her about doing that split. Did you ask Sheena Oleg about her crush with Sergio Olivier Jr. like I requested? No, I forgot about that. She was really, she was like kind of like, she was just walking by and say, "Hey," and we talked for a few minutes, and we talked a little bit more before I left. I saw her again at the finals, but then she was like, I think she was focused on things, so I didn't want to bother her, and amazing guest posing by Mona Soleil and Andrew Shaw. Yes, they were amazing. They looked great. Andrew Shaw and Mona Soleil was amazing. Some people are, like I said again, I was like talking with a guy who I know. He saw some of it. He said that he felt like Mona could, she could have done the show, but I don't know. It's just some stuff that, some stuff I'm hearing from some people. What's going on behind the scenes? Mona wanted to really focus on the rising, but she should have took the show. Some people say she could have took it as the bumper show. And then maybe even because Mona has 12 points, and if she could won this show, she'd get her Olympic qualification automatically. She wouldn't have to do anything. She just do rising for the hell of it. But that's up to some of these competitors what they want to do. Sometimes they talk to the coaches like that. But anyway, it was a great show. I enjoyed myself. I even took some pictures. I'm going through some of them, and I sent some to some of the ladies I follow, like Taria Chartrand. I sent some to her because me and her have been talking back on social media. I was hoping to meet her. Michelle Brent, the same thing. There was a Michelle Brent's last show as a bodybuilder, and and I was hoping to get a chance to meet her, but I know they get the backstage, and then when their division is done, they go ahead and just go to eat or something like that, especially for the finals. But I like I said, I got to meet Sheena Oleg. I got to meet Donna, Stephanie. I even talked to a lady you might know of. Her name is Alex Hall. Her name is Catherine Alex Flex Hall. She is. I didn't know. Like when I did my who's gonna be the show, I didn't see her on the list originally. But what happened was probably the list was probably updated later that week. So I should have rechecked it. I should always do that. I should wait till Thursday before I do that. And because I was ready, getting prepped and ready, and I was so excited. And that's those things right in my mind, what I want to do and get things set up, and getting my tickets, getting my train ride, getting my try to reserve my room and all stuff, and counting pennies because I felt like between the cost of an Uber and like that back and forth was because I didn't drive, like I said, I went to the train. But also I got to meet some legends. Like I said, while I went downstairs for a good bit because there was an escalator to the event, but the one going down broke, so I had to go down the stairs, and that's what my bad knees. I couldn't, and I got to meet Alina Popa because I saw her walking out, and I said, "Hello, Miss Popa," man, because I'm really cool with Tina Williams, her husband, Big Keith, and I said, Tina told me to hi. When I saw you, she told me to hi, and I got a couple pictures with Alina, but I showed them to you later, but I'm gonna. Like I said, we'll pull up some pictures from the Linda Murray show. I mean, it was a great show, and I enjoyed being there. Taking pictures, they say now, gotta keep taking videos, but it's people at the finals taking videos, and and here's Andrea hanging with the lady who sponsors one of the sponsors of the show, Bikini Labs. There's Andrea. There's Linda. I mean, she's got an amazing body. Even if she's not as conditioned, she still has an amazing body. I'm just like I said, I'm in awe. And these are some pictures from the NPC competitors that, with this show, this gets them. These are the people that get winning the show gives them Olympia free entry to the Olympia, so they don't have to pay the entry fees. And that's pretty good. There was 6 competitors, but one was Masters. The Masters, you don't count per se as open, but they are overall classic winners for the Linda Murray Classic overall. So congratulations to them. And let's see, well, so what I got some people talking. I gotta say something a bit with it. My man, JM 2022, Mona and Andrea, I knew will be top 5 at the Olympia from what I saw during their guest posing. Yeah, I think they'll be in top 3 because with Hella out, that's gonna push Mona a little closer. And depending if Mona comes in the condition she was, a little bit condition she was at the posing thing, there's a good chance that she might take the title. But you gotta, if Andrea get on, she gets on. It messed up, and they only have top 3 instead of top 5 from the previous year qualifying for the Miss Olympia. But maybe Mona and Irene will have enough points to go this year. Well, Sean, yeah, that's messed up. How because I remember I actually was a few months back. I was in contact with Mona on Irene on IG, and I told her that, and she found out about it. Now I think she waited kind of too late. When a while back she was down here in Mexico, hanging out with Hella after she had her surgery, and I reached out and said, "Why don't you, excuse me, why don't you just right here go ahead and prep, get ready, and do a show in the States?" And she said she has stuff like back at home she had to take care and do like that, but she has 3 kids. And they could have handled it for her. It would have been smarter to go ahead and do your prep here in the States. Then you can jump on one of the shows like Omaha or maybe Puerto Rico. Those shows will probably get you qualification or points where you can get up a little higher. But now, it's a good chance she may not be able to make it this year. Alina is so great too. Yeah, she's so great. She's beautiful. I saw she's amazing. Just seeing in person. Too bad you didn't meet Linda Murray. Yes, I wish I would. I did see her. I did smile. And she smiled back, and that was great for me. I wouldn't be starstruck. I would be starstruck if I ever met Linda Murray in person, and also I would hug her several times because she's a legend. Yeah, I gotta be careful about my man GM. I love Linda Murray. Yeah, I see you love Linda Murray. Christine Bryant was very impressive physique, great open class debut. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's talk that she might. I don't know. Let's talk that she might try to come back next year or not. Because she switched over from physique to women's open. And how close were you to the stage, seeing everything up close. I think I was in the VIP section, meaning that I got a little close. I think it was makes a good, I would say, how would I count that? Like good 40, 50 feet from the stage, if that much. I was kind of as close as I can get because with seating weight. Sometimes when there was an empty seat, I was talking to one guy, a guy named Stephen, Hall. Stephen Hall. His wife's Kara Hall. She competed the show, and I was up once and I saw him and said we talked and we a little bit, and his wife was competing the show. Kira, she was kind of she looked good. Kira looked great. I got to talk to her after the prejudging and kind of talked to him before the finals, and I hope maybe in the future, maybe do another show. I get to see him again, but like I said, it was a pretty good lineup. Amazing ladies. Some of the picks here. This is a pic from the video from Mona and Andrea going head to head. I mean, like I said, they have, like I said, I think, seeing it up close in person is one thing, and I mean, I'm telling you, like especially how, God, Andrea she's fit. When she's she is, but Mona looks really seriously shredded. This is why I think she could have done the show if she wanted to. All she had to do is say, you know what, she could have done the show. And if she done the show, what could have happened was she could have got a qualification for the Olympia right out the gate. This is they're having a little fun, showing off the quads, Mona hitting on the quads. I wish that, Andrew wasn't wearing that mask. I really want to see her face. Just and that red, that red is beautiful on that beautiful chocolate skin. It's about red and chocolate women are just a beautiful combination. And they stopped, and they talked with Bob Ciccarello for a bit. But, I felt like, it was a good showing. It was pretty good. It was fun. Will you purchase a ticket to this year's Olympia? Hell no. Hell no, JM. Hell no. Because the fact is, the Olympia's in Vegas. And those tickets probably cost, I don't think they don't even have the reserve tickets anymore. You have to directly buy the tickets. Because, I think that's what Bob said. I think Bob Ciccarello said that all reserve tickets are already bought up. So you have to go all the way to Vegas, go to the event and buy the tickets. And that means I have to fly. I am not willing to fly to Vegas. I know if there was, this is why, when they're trying to do like some countries do, you have a bullet train like in between France and England. That's what we need. Not a lot of people want to fly planes, and driving is too much. And I don't know, riding a bus, you have to leave probably. If I ride a bus to all the way to Nevada, I probably have to leave that early Sunday morning or the next Sunday morning. I have to leave that soon. And I mean, the red on her chocolate makes her look like a sweet caramel Kit Kat wrap that you want to eat. Yeah, like snap into it. No, how what's the Kit Kat? Has a what's the eat a Kit Kat? It used to be a thing. I mean, I know you be talking about Andrea, JM. I mean, that's the only one. That's the only chocolate on the stage. Mona's more of a caramel mocha because she's an Iranian. She's a little, and you remember Iranians are actually descendants of Africans. They are called. She's most likely they recognized as Persians, but she has a little bit of Negro in her bloodline because that part of the world is so close to Africa. But anyway, it was like I said, it was great. I mean, some people may have to places where some competitors are placed a little better than others. That's the debate. Some wondering, like I said, this is so true. I actually saw while I was leaving, ready to catch my ride, sitting outside. I actually saw Asher Hadley walking. I couldn't say hello, but I think she was in her own place and she was with her husband. But I saw Asher Hadley. And Asher looked pretty good. You see her, up close like that. You have to watch her on so many times and seeing the magazines and see her on the online, and on social media to see her, even just walk past you, But there was some amazing people, amazing men and women in this in every thing. And then one lady who I got to see, who I've been a fan of for a long time. I think she's one of the most, I think one of my favorite female bodybuilders. Somebody who just a great physique, great lady, was Annie Rivicchio. And I've been a fan of Annie's for a long time. Uh, she has one of those amazing bodies. I mean, she was like, you know, I think people I compare her to would be someone like Sarah Vilgus. I think she has that nice, long, beautiful, lean built about her. And she never, like so many other ladies, she never bowed to the will of silicone. And I took a picture of her, and she kind of like, you took a picture like that. She kind of like, she's kind of, I think I just kind of, you know, threw it back a bit, kind of surprised her. But to see her in person was a great thing, And I think, back in the day, I loved her physique. She had a great physique. If you know my channel, um, she, I get a video about her and Krista Bach early when I first started my channel. Her video and Krista Bach's video are the most viewed. I think Krista might get her, or I think, I believe, what's I got it says, but it's the most viewed video on my channel, you know. So, and also to see Alina Popa in person, I just, I try to not to, geek out, but to see Alina, was a great thing. She was, I saw her, I said hello to her because, I told her, Tina, say hello, just that big smile on my face, she smelled good too. She looked good and she smelled good. And that's the thing, a nice thing took a picture was a lady, she's a competitive bodybuilder. Her name is Alania Ballin. She took the picture. I'm hoping to get an interview with her soon. Then this was at the pre-judging. I got to see Donna. Donna. That's why I like Donna. He has a really cool, personality about her. That's why I liked her. And I said before I leave that, I said, I'm gonna take a picture with you. And I took a picture of Donna. But I also took a picture with Stephanie Fletcher, and I wasn't excited about Stephanie compared to, but I enjoy this picture here where I got to take a picture of both of them. Like this is my thing now. Two chicks on my arm, boom. And then when I was at the after the finals, was over. Well, actually, the finals about over, and I ran into Irene Anderson, and I talked to Irene for a bit. Asked how Hella was doing. I told her it'd be all right. Everything get better, and she looks great. This woman is like 56 years old, still competing. But one thing she should have did, instead of doing just the Open, I think she should have done Masters too. I think Irene would probably would been good at Masters, because because with Masters, it would give you points of qualification for Olympia. But hey, if you make the top 3, you get a check. I think Irene got 6 or 7 to show. I'm trying to remember, but you could have got a check, a little money for your time. There you go, my man. Krista Bach, hard as a diamond. Yes, Krista Bach was amazing, great physique. I mean, if she was competing now, I think she would be a great figure competitor. Good afternoon, Brother George. Good afternoon, Lawrence Perkins. Yo, Lawrence, if you want to come in, let me know, brother, because, like I said, my regular partner, he's out. He's not feeling well, so he has to take a week off. Smell like flowers, didn't she? Flowers, I would say more like, yeah, okay, I might say flowers, depending on what kind of flowers you're smelling. Some flowers don't smell that great. Why not have 2 ladies to take pictures with instead of 1? I would mind if it was 5 FB athletes. Well, like I said, there was only ones at the time who was in, because the We Strength have their little booth, and then they usually have maybe 2, depending on the size of the show. Most times I had 2 or 3. I know one lady was there. That was Natalia Kovaleva. That's the Russian chick with the big big hair. And I saw her. She was at the pre-judging, And I think she has a picture of her because I know her. She's cool with Stephanie, and I know I saw her at the prejudging, and she walked around a good bit. I think she walked the back a few times, um, and she looked all right. Like I said, with her, she always have that, kind of, she don't really smile. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a Russian thing. I don't know. Some people smile every now and then, like or but even if you ever see her do the booths, she's not even smiling. I mean, she's just kind of like, kind of like, just like, smile once in a while. People might like to see you smile. I don't know. Maybe that's her thing, but she's wearing a black jacket, a little black suit, something like that. It was, she looked nice, and I know there's pictures with her. I don't have them. I know I saw the, but she looked all right. But I did take some other pictures. Like this was here. I know you get excited about this. I took a picture of her. I took a picture of Stephanie Fletcher. Because she was like sitting around, took pictures of the girls at the booth real quick, and Stephanie get a nice little flex. So I'll give y'all a quick little flex of Stephanie. There she goes. She got a nice little flex. I know you guys like that when the girls flex, show off their guns. And I like this one, like like I said, there's them just looking at over the shirts and stuff like that. That's the lady that right there working the booth, you know. Because when you're Win Strength ambassador, you know, you work the booths, and and that's how you do that, with shows. But Kaya Chartrand did pretty good. She competed in both Masters and in Open, and she won Masters, but she made top 5 in Open. And I think next weekend, I think Tanya supposed to be going to the UK along with some other ladies and competing at the Arnold Schwarzenegger UK show, because that's the show they brought with Women Physique. But wait, my man, who do you think has the best chance of taking the title away from Andrea? We talked about that, Sean. I don't know if anybody can. Now, it's possibly Mona could probably do it. She's a possibility, but it's just it's that's a possibility. Uh, did you hug any of them? I know I hugged. I hugged Donna. I believe I hugged Donna, and I didn't really hug. Did I hug Alina? I would remember I hugged Alina. I need to do a lot of hugging. I maybe shake her hands, or me and Sheena, she gave me a pound, but not a lot of hugging. You know how, especially when the competitors get their tan on, even when they don't want to. I know I hugged Kira Hall, because I know I hugged Kira Hall because when I got back to my room, that there was a little stain on my shoulder, so it was from the tan. So I got a tan line. But not a lot of hugging. Maybe some pounds of fists and a couple of handshakes. But the ladies looked very impressive. It's nice it was nice to be there. And the winner of the show was most definitely was um uh, 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 uh was Ashley Hagley, and Ashley looked really good. I mean, I think I think she brought a little bit more size in her legs, which kind of helped her out, and her conditioning was a little better, but like I said, she just looked really much improved, you know. And you know, if she has a chance to take the title, would she? You think Asha has a chance? I don't know. Asha, I think Asha is like a lot of the ladies who switched from physique, who still like with Andrea, still trying to find their footing in the division, you know. But Asha looked pretty impressive, you know. She looked pretty good, you know. Man, how strong was Donna hug? Did it feel like an anaconda or was it soft and delicate? I don't know what that's like because I've never been hugged by a female bodybuilder before. Well, it's not the first time I've been hugged by one. I know I've hugged Mana Snooks. I hugged Marianne Wachowski. I hugged Rashina Boswell. It's like any other hug. It's more like a side hug because she reached over to me because I was sitting in the chair and she's right behind me and she reached over. So it was just like a regular kind of like little side hug. And I felt her. She felt, she felt nice. She's a nice lady. I'm not, like I said, I was excited about the fence. I'm gonna go remember every time I got a hug. I was excited to be there, and I was watching. To watch the stuff live is one thing when you see it on TV or on the internet, but to watch it live, the crowd, the music, it was something totally different. I saw a lot of people that were just very fit people, a lot of regular people. There's one lady who had a booth, had a dog. I remember Donna went over there after we were talking. She went over to pet the dog, and it was just great to be there, in person. But this was a good lineup. Some people have some kind of questions. Like how did uh you know um I Isabel Torres did pretty good after not having competed for almost 4 years, but still I just got to see her. She was like actually doing after the end of the women's prejudging. She came down she was like maybe just a row. He was like behind the curtain where all the executives and stuff sit. Because you have the regular admission, general admission in the back. Then you have the VIP. You have the one up seat where right behind the judges, where a lot of executives like Jake Wood was there. Because Jake has to already be there. Alina was there. Linda. She sat up that front. I could have reached out and tapped her and said hello, but I know she just got off stage. I didn't want to bother her. Somebody who, Yetta May told me, said, "Why didn't you say something?" I said, "I didn't want to bother her. I know she just got off stage, and she was, she's tired, and I think she wanted to chill out for a bit." One point I remember when I had my you know my tablet taking pictures, and this guy who's doing a lot of recording for the show, he asked me, he said, "Hold up, you free for a minute? Hold your tablet up so I can take it like this, because he wanted to use it like kind of like for part of the thing." I'm hoping that I get to see, maybe because usually when stream put out the little video on their YouTube channel from the show, and I'm hoping my little my me and my hand be in that, and I say, "Yeah, that was me. That was me. I took part." You know, I say, I think Asher would make top three at the Rising or at the Olympia, because she might make top three at the Rising. I don't know about the Olympia, Sean. She can make top three at the Rising, but the Olympia, that's because as you know, with the Rising, you get invited most of the girls, just about most of the girls who are qualified for the Olympia. But let's say add on, like Angela Yao, and Eva Montgomery, the chick from Brazil, and Sherry Priami, who's after Sherry Priami has 17 points. If you don't add those other three qualifiers of the Olympia, to the Rising, then she don't have to worry about those girls. But if Angela is at the Olympia, if Angela comes in great condition, there's a good chance that she may not make top three. And now that get Hella out this year, Irene may not be able to make it because Irene needs to do Irene had to do this. Irene has to get in the top 5 of the Rising to make the Olympia. If she don't, then she's not going to go back and get this year. Um, you know, sure, like Sheena needs to get enough points to get into the Olympia because she only has 14 points. This would be she'll miss the opportunity unless she does this. If she can make the top 5 of the Olympia of the Rising this year, that will help her. If she can't, she has to do maybe the Romanian Muscle Fest, and she has to win that show or get enough points which push out Sherry Priyami. That's really the two choices that Sheena has. If she has to make top 5, just enough where I think what's the points? I think the points for the Rising is 9 points. So she has 14 now. If she takes 5th place, Sheena takes 5th place because that's first. Second place is going to get 9. 8's going to go to second. Third is going to get 6. 6. Sorry. So you're gonna say, second place is gonna get 9. Third's gonna get 8. Fourth's gonna get 7, and fifth's gonna get 6. And I think 6 will get maybe 5. If she can get in the top 6 of the Rising, she'll have enough points because she has 14. All she needs is at least 5 or 4 or 5, which give her 8 or 19 points, which puts Sherry Priyami out. Sherry has 17. And the one holding the lead right now is Michelle Jin. Now, if Mona wins this show, if Mona wins, she has qualification for the Olympia instantly. But if she takes second at the Olympia, Mona will be right behind Michelle Jin for 21 with 20 points, her 22. And anybody else who's like 10 points or maybe I think like if even if Irene makes the top 5, if it's not closer to 2 or 3, she's not going to qualify. She has to get to 2 or 3. If she gets 3rd or 4th, like I said, 3rd will only give her, actually 4th or 5th. 4th or 5th will only give her. Where was I at? Well, 4th will give her 7 points. Will give her 18, but 5th will only give her 6 points with 16. So she would tie with Sherry. She'll have to do another show so she can beat Sherry in points. But she has to get at 2nd or 3rd, like I said, either 2nd, 3rd, or 4th to get enough points to surpass Sherry. Because, if she gets 9, that's 20 points. She passed Sherry. If she gets 8, that's 19. If she gets 7, that's 18. But if she gets 6, that's tied with Sherry. And I don't know how they're going to do that if you have a 2-way tie between 2 people that get 17. So she has to either do the Romanian Muscle Fest afterwards. But like I said, back to the show. One lady is, made her return after not competing for almost 4 years. And that was Isabel Terrell. And she looked pretty impressive. I mean, she did a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. I think they play it. I'm not gonna play it because how YouTube is. Because I'm gonna play it because they, YouTube will, give you a thing telling I'm playing a song, no matter what the song is. But she looked pretty good. Hadn't competed in almost 4 years. Come back after, she gets 4 points because she took. She gets 3 points because she took second. So. It's not much you can do with that. She just came in and did a show. There's not too many shows left for women's bodybuilding. So because you got the Rising coming up. There's the Europa Championships that same week of the Rising, and you have the Romanian Muscle Fest. I think a week or so after. but she looked pretty good. I think she really, because most of the last few years she's been doing podcasts, she's been working the shows. You know, thing about her, with Isabel, you can't directly in her in the eye. You gotta look. You want to try to look Isabel directly in the eyes. Okay. All right. She has a great body. Back in the day, she still has a great body. You know, she just I think one thing that does hurt her a bit is that her boobs are too big. They kind of distract from the rest of the physique, and she's not that tall. She's like maybe I remember she's hanging out with Alicia Young a lot, and her and Alicia about the same height. I think she at least about I would say 5'3", 5'2". This is where she's like in the bikini. You, you just can't directly talk to. You have to really keep your eyes focused on Isabel because you're gonna like go okay. You're gonna drop your head. You just, whatever you say, what you say. But this was a big comeback for her after being out for long. She has, and then as you know, Christine Bryant made the switch this year. She competed the last couple of years as a physique competitor, and she decided to switch over to women's bodybuilding, which is I think was probably a good move for her because when her debut, she takes second place at the Savannah Pro. Big question is what's she gonna do with that? That's second place. So it's really close. You are. Oh, I'll show another picture. It's another picture of, yeah. I think the same video. Yeah, same video. Yeah, she just got up here, but she came kind of close. Where is that? Where is that video? Where's video? Where is that? Where is it? It's I'll show back. But I think where was that? I can't. I got lost. It's a lot of good people here. A lot of competitors. They post a lot of Christina supposed to be my favorite bachelor. I don't know why she's on here. Try to find where is no where there is. I think here we have here Christina Bryant. Check her out. I think it was probably she don't have a page anymore. Either she shut it down or something. Or I'm blocked. Yeah, it's one of the two. So I can't get on Christina Bryant, but I will get on Sheena Oleg. I know I was talking to Sheena, and she was kind of disappointed that she didn't do as good as she wanted to. She's an amazing lady. I enjoyed the interview. And she's talking.
Hey, some people probably already know exhaustion is a real thing. Just this past week, I was so exhausted to the point of sickness that it actually defeated the whole purpose of me going, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes, trying to get ahead of the curve, even though, I'm very much on track to being where I need to be for my next show. After weeks and weeks, months and months now at this point of contest prep, already having done a couple of shows and pushing through to the next show, I have been in a mindset of just, more is more. And that's not always the case. To a certain point, the theory of diminishing returns basically starts to take place. You can only do so much before your body starts saying, listen, we need some rest, or this isn't going to give you any more return on the input that you're putting in. So definitely be sure to rest, recover, recuperate. You're not going to lose your gains. You're not going to gain a ton of weight. You're actually put yourself in a better position to make progress going forward. Take that rest.
Yeah.
Hey, something you probably already know. Exhaustion is a real thing. Just this past week.
Yeah. And I feel kind of bad for her. I felt like with this picture here, I felt like it could have been top three with Christina, and Asha and Sheena. because this is from the prejudging, and I felt like this was gonna like I felt like more like Christina was gonna make the top three. Christina was gonna take the show, but she's a little shorter. But it just wasn't way. Yeah, and truthfully, yeah, Asha is taller. You know, me and Sheena was about the same height. I think Asha's like about 5'9". I think she was like 5'7". And but it's what happens. You do your best, and sometimes your best is not good enough. And it's just and sometimes you got to take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself. So anyway, uh, I'm gonna talk about a little about the physique division. I know some of you guys are more about the bodybuilding, but still, physique is still bodybuilding. It's still bodybuilding. No matter how you say it, physique derived from bodybuilding. It wasn't for physique. It wasn't for bodybuilding. It wouldn't be no physique division. It was a division that's created for competitors who just didn't want to push that issue with size, or have a choice between femininity. And the winner was Winsome White. And Winsome was very happy. I saw her when she was crying. She was so happy that she did so well, that she won, and she looked great. She looked amazing. She's a short girl, and she really did she beat some girls that were really tough contenders. I think it's a impressive lineup here. Isabel Terrell is fire in that competition clip. Yeah, I know you like a KLA. She would have caught me several times looking at her boobs, but I would try to look at her face to face and still be lusting. I know you're gonna be KL, but Wisdom White did pretty good. She hadn't competed since last year. I think she made top 5 at I think it was Chicago, I believe, and this was her first show in a while. And this she hadn't done any shows this year. So she just did this show. So maybe it was a smart move just to sit and let all the other girls do all these other shows, and you do this one show, because I think she's from Georgia or it's Alabama. I'm trying to remember. So this was showing her backyard, so she didn't waste the time. Also in the lineup, a lady who I got to talk to for a bit, and that is Alex Flex Hall. Let me show a picture of that. So where's that? She was pretty. I got to talk with her for a sec, because she was outside after the prejudging. I thought I saw a picture of Alex. Maybe you'll go back up. And I got to talk to her for a second. I would say I was surprised that she was on the list, because when they print out the I had a picture of her on here. No, it's not. When they put out the lists, she wasn't on the list. But it was pretty cool to talk to her. I mean, she has a great look to her. She took third of this show. And then who was second? I think second was. Let me go back. Let me go back real quick. What was second? Here's a little pose down with the physique competitors. Yeah, I gotta talk the music. Yeah. I think it was Whitney Armstrong took second in that show. It was 6 was, I think, who was 6? We'll go back and go through it. Look at the back. Yeah. One person I thought should have done a little better was Sheena Washington. I thought Sheena should have been in the top 5. She got 6. And I don't know. I just, maybe it's just me, because I think Sheena should have got a little higher. I'll show you a picture of Sheena real quick. I think it was Pamela Canfield, who took second. Yeah, Pamela Canfield took second. They're both shorties. Pamela, there's some pictures here. These are the girls that were doing bikini. That's Pamela again. Or was it one of the bikini girls? I think, who's that? That's Lynn Curtis back. But where is it? Sheena, to me, she looks pretty impressive. I think she should have placed a little higher. Where is Sheena? I thought I saw Sheena. Going past it too fast. Yeah, let's see. There's Sheena. Yeah, I think she hadn't competed since last year. And she looked pretty good. She should have got um at least she should have got in the top three. I think. To me, I think it could have been like uh, Winsome, Sheena, and you know and and Alex. You know, there's a picture, sir. I know you guys like his Michelle. His goes Isabel Terrell. You wait, sorry. Yeah. There goes Irene Anderson. Irene looked pretty good. The big Swede was one of the bikini girls. I think another one of the bikini girls. That's Christina Bryan. Christina looks pretty good. There's Isabel again. I know you guys like this picture. She's I think one of the bikini girls. Christina looked pretty good. I like this picture of Christina. I don't know what happened. She used to have IG. I think she might close or something. You know, Sean, uh, damn, Andrea and Mona are look so good. They did. You know, Annie Riccio is hot. Yeah, even if she's about 60, she still looks good. You know, Isabel knockers are plump and in your face, but you need to look in her eyes. I get it. Yes, you understand, because Irene, beautiful lady, great body. Yeah, I got to talk to her for a bit. That's great. To talk to one of these ladies is great. But Christine looked pretty good. Especially her story how she was overweight. And she changed her life. That's Eva Dunbar. Eva Dunbar was fifth at the show. She looked pretty impressive because we hadn't seen her since last year. This is one of the ladies who's also jumped to the show here. I know I saw Janita Kowski, but that was like at finals. She was dressed up like she wasn't dressed up. She was like covering herself up. She was going another direction. I was like coming from the elevators when I saw her, and I wish I could have said hey and talked to her a bit. There goes Christina again. There. Christina, she's cute. I wish I got to talk to meet her too. That's one of the bikini girls on the floor. There's Eva, and I think that's her husband. There's Rashana. Look at that. Look at the guns. The gun shows of Rashana. I feel like she could have done. They could have better. That's Eva again. That's Isabel for you guys. Yes, she's trying not to. She's looking at you, and you try to not say. I'm trying not to look at you, Isabel. That's a sick Lynn Karen, and that's I think that's Sydney Reyes and Amy Richardson. And Amy and Sydney did the Masters, and the Masters Tanya won. Where's the Masters? It's like here. This is the winner of Women's Open, Women's Bodybuilding Masters. That's Jessica Hyman. She needs to get herself on IG. She doesn't have an IG. She needs to get that soon because now that you won an NPC, you won an IFBB show, even though it's not open, you did win a show on your pro debut. You need to be more, social media accessible because like the lady who took fifth that show, my man Amy Hawk, who's from down the road, my next door neighbor, at in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Also, this is the last show for the lovely Miss Michelle Brent. As you know, she has announced her retirement after this year. She's not competing anymore. She did this to remember our dear friend, Miss Rondalee Quesma. I was hoping to get to see her, but maybe talk to her. I thought she would have a booth there, selling her product, her and her husband, but I guess they didn't, put it together. But it was her last show, and it's about life is about moving on. She's got a business with her husband, and I hope they do good. I mean, I hope they do great with their business. You know, but it was like I said, pretty. Here for you guys a little clip for Mona's routine. You know, I know you guys like Mona. She's very fluid in her movements. As you know, Mona, she's moved to Texas because in Canada a lot of things still going, have a lot of guidelines. It's a lot easier for her to come here because the shows are here, and she could also, I think she's on the Shelby Starnes, I believe. Was it Shelby Starnes? Yeah, she's on the Shelby Starnes. Yeah, very fluid. So Sean, it's not only about the knockers. Isabel has a beautiful smile. Yeah, she does have a beautiful smile. Um, my man, Sean, Donna Salib, incredible physique now. Yeah, wow, wow. Yeah, she's really made the improvements from last year. Because this year she wins New York. Now she has a qualification for the Olympia. Originally she wasn't invited to the Rising, but that changed. I think she got invited this time. That's fair. I think all the competitors. No, actually, this is my belief. That show should be an open opportunity for other competitors. Sheena Olick, she's there, but she ain't got a qualification. Um, there's Lisa Cross. She's a Wisconsin bachelor, hasn't got a qualification. Tina hasn't got a qualification. I think all the ladies who have not got the qualifications for the Olympia should compete this show. Everybody, the champion and all the qualifiers should step back. That means Mona. That means Tina. That means you know um Lisa. Let's say who else should get the opportunity. Michelle Jen, this is her last hurrah. She should get the chance to go to Rising Phoenix. All the people who are either short on points or hadn't qualified the Olympia should do the Rising. Everybody else who either like Michelle, with Michelle Jen should do it because even though she has points, you know she's not really she's. I know she leads the point system by 22. This is an opportunity to qualify. So even though you have the points, you should do the show for opportunity for qualification. The champion and all the qualified competitors should be disqualified. That's just me. I think not disqualified. They shouldn't do this show. If you already got your qualification, like Asher Shaw got a qualification. You know, and even though Donald wanted to do the show, Donald got a qualification. Chelsea Dion got a qualification. You know, with Mona, she has points, but she's not qualified. Same thing with a bunch of other ladies who either have points but not qualified, or don't even have points at all. Who are not qualified for the Olympia should do this show. The Rising Phoenix should now become, more exclusive. This is one thing is if you give more money for the champ, like okay, the Olympia give Andrea, okay, let's give Andrea 200,000. She probably wouldn't do the Rising. She gets a bigger paycheck. So let somebody else have $50, $50,000, and a brand new car or truck. So they should step aside. But it was a great opportunity for me. To go there, to have fun, to meet these people. Some of these ladies who I follow on social media, and just I mean, it was just exciting. Like I said, I would love maybe in the future to do it again. You know, one thing I should learn this. I should be very prepared. You know, when the was I should get up a lot. I got up like a little around 6. I thought I had enough time. I was just tired because like my legs ran those stairs up and down. Not just also stairs at my motel because I did hit the stairs and my knees are not that great. and I just I was out and I ate, and just enjoyed my time, and and just it just those things happens. But I'll tell you, it was a great opportunity for me, a country boy like myself, to go to a big city like Savannah, go meet the people who I follow or watch on social media, to talk to some of them, to to be at this event. Like I said, I would love to do another one. Well, like I said, if I just want to know, I'm gonna put in my community. Should I go back to Savannah again? And I got a niece. She lives in Atlanta, and we were talking. She told me that next year I could stay with her, save me some money on the motel, and I can maybe go to the Atlanta show, or I can go to Tampa. But Tampa, I gotta really save some money because the fact is, it's a 2 day show. But I could probably just come, for I've got. In fact, it's scheduled the same. I think they do Masters first, then later it's that next day they actually do women's bodybuilding, and I remember that it was the last show they did women's bodybuilding and physique the next day after that. I think but we want to see the Masters, so I gotta if I do the Tampa, I gotta really save some real cash. I gotta say at least 4 days because I'll probably just go see. Because depending on who's coming to the Masters, you might want to go see that Smith show too, or what support. I'm just thinking about that. I gotta, that's something I gotta put together, and when I get it put together, I'll let y'all know. But I will put in like I did last time. I will put a survey and ask you, what show you want to go next year. I know I'm not gonna, what, I'm not gonna put the Olympian because the fact is, I have to fly to Olympia. I wouldn't mind going, but if I don't have to fly. But I was talking to my niece how she said my niece was in the military. Sometimes you have to deploy, you have to fly a lot. Because that's the fastest way to get around. And she said she just felt kind of a body experience when you're flying. Because I think most times that cabin pressure too. But would I go? I don't know. Just I have to, like I said, I really have to really think about that if I really want to go and fly all the way to the other side of the world. Well, folks. Anyway, folks, I'm not gonna be out here too long. And like I said, I did enjoy my time there in Savannah, Georgia. Get to see these ladies and gentlemen compete. You know, get to be among people who are just amazing. You know, I want to give a shout out real quick before I head out to a special person, a lovely young lady. I have known her for most of her life. I helped practically raise her. She is my mother's oldest granddaughter, and that is my niece, Marlena McCollum. Marlena, she came. Like I said, I missed my train, and I called my sister, and and see, I knew she lives in Atlanta, around about Atlanta, and I called her and see if she can try to get it done. She came all the way down from Atlanta, 3 hours away, to come pick up an old uncle and take her back home. And we sat and we talked a good while, and we talked. We stopped and got something to eat, and we talked some more. She's a beautiful young lady. She's a strong opinion young lady. She was raised by the best. And I'm glad to be one of those to be the best, to help raise her. I really appreciate her for coming down, waiting. I'm sitting out there at the train station. I missed my damn train because I should have got there earlier. And I appreciate, it's good when you have family. I love you, Granny. Her nickname is Granny. So, guys, don't leave her alone, don't bother her, don't harass her, no D pics. But I love her. She's my favorite oldest niece. I have at least, I got three nieces, but I got great grandnieces, but it's not the same because those kids I didn't, they didn't grow up around me as much because they had, the great grands. There's a big difference from great grands. She grew up around me most of her life, and she's a great young lady, and I have so much love and respect for her, and I do appreciate her for coming all the way and come picking up an old uncle and taking him home. I do. I love you, Granny. But anyway, it was a great show. I would say my critique of it is really a great show. Like I said, some things I feel like, Sheena could have been in the top three. I felt like The two Sheenas really got. I think the two Sheenas got shaft. Sheena Washington and Sheena Olick. I think Sheena Washington could have been the top three. Sheena Olick could have been the top three. I think no offense to Isabel Terrell, she still needs some work. She hadn't, I know she still works out, keep in shape, even though she doesn't compete. She still needs some work. This show was maybe a great comeback show, but maybe if she comes back next year, she really has to make the improvements. The vision is changing, or she might have to do physique. But being that she's part of Wings of Strength as a does a podcast, she probably won't do that. But and Christine Brown did pretty good for her first bodybuilding show. She's still a bit undersized as a bodybuilder, being that she's a physique competitor. Her and Wilson White are about the same height, and Winston going to be a physique competitor, bodybuilder she wants. And congratulations to Winston White. Now this is going to be her first Olympia, coming up this year. Her and Ashley Jones, kind of say they had to go be the shorty. They'll be like twin. They'll be like bookends. I think what's the possibility? I'm planning on doing a video where we talk about who's gonna beat Sarah Vilgas. I think it's gonna be tough. Sarah is impressive, has impressive physique, but who could beat her? That's what I'm gonna ask when we talk about this. I know my man Jen, he don't focus most on physique. He's more like bodybuilding, but physique is still bodybuilding. It's impressive competitors. I'm really expanding, Also, as you know, later this evening, I'm gonna have an interview with a lady who just got her pro card about a few weeks ago, and she's a new physique competitor by the name of Santana Francisco. So you guys come back later, and we'll talk and tell about her story and what her plan is next is, and maybe next week get my partner Jen, and we can really, really go into details. But I'm not gonna hold y'all long. I want to thank my man JM 2022, my man Sean McMillan, KLA. This fool come in late. Balls deep. What's up? And salute. You're coming late, balls deep. Chicago in here. Well, Chicago gonna be gone, balls deep. Yeah, and those are in Galado on deck. Well, you're gonna stop drinking, balls deep, because you're missing out. I'm about to head out, balls deep. Brother, I'm about to head out. Smash the like button. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for smashing the like button. And what I miss? You missed the whole show because I had, I came out a little late than usual. I know I had some stuff I had to do, and I'm about to go out. Once again, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna thank my man, JM 2022, Sean McMillan, Lawrence Perkins, KLA. Also, I thank you, Balls Deep, because you came in really, really late, brother. I'm about to head out, because like I said, I know I usually do it about 3, but something had come up. I take care of that first, and I just had to come on later. But if you follow my channel, Balls Deep, you can watch it later, and you can watch them like Balls Deep. Bobby, before I leave, let me do this little favor for you, Balls Deep. I'll do this small little favor for you because I know you like this. Let me see. Because I know I'm gonna do a small favor for Balls Deep. Because Balls Deep, he comes on here, he supports my channel. Yeah. Give me a second, Balls Deep. Before I head out, I'll do this for you. See. Got about to go ahead. I'll give you a little sample of Isabel Terrell and her huge jugs. That's for you, Balls Deep. She was, yeah, they're huge. Her and Krista, her and Alicia Young, they need to cut. They're just. Ooh. I'm not a big be all boob guy, but those things are huge. I'll probably get you one more balls deep because I know you're a perv and you like it. Let's see. There you go, balls deep. You want to go balls deep on Isabel? There you go. Yeah. And wait a minute. I think I got one more for you, balls deep. You might like. Wait, if it's on here. Wait a minute. Yeah, there you go, balls deep. That's a nice view. That's a lot of cake there, balls. Both be bikini prepared. They look more, some borderline like wellness. And this was like the open bikini. Yeah, that one chick right there. Dang, he got a lot of cake on her. And she must be around that area. White girls from the south. And where's that other one, balls deep? I think there's another one for you, balls deep. Yeah, Janine. Yeah, yeah. And no, that's not it. Well, yeah. Oh, those people was at the vendors. Oh, she's got some pretty eyes. Yeah, she got some pretty eyes. Where is that one, balls deep? I know it was. I think it's right here, balls deep. I think. Yeah. No, where is it? I think it had to be right here. Wait a minute. Just the judges and stuff. No one wants to see that. No one cares about that shit. Uh, where was it, balls deep? It had to be right around here. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's right around here, balls deep. Yeah, I'll show it to you real quick before I head out. Yes, there you go, balls deep. That's all you, man. That's all you, brother. Yeah, she got her hands on the wall. Yeah. Yeah. Salute to Asher Hattie. Congratulations to Asher. Yes, Lord. Yeah. Oh, love those tig old biddies. Yeah, yeah. I know you would. I would definitely. Yeah. Sexy ladies. Yeah. Get it out of your chest. Blessing peace to the chat. Yeah. Blessing to the chest. Beautiful queens. Yeah. Minora is the goat. Yes, she is. And fire. Okay. So ball seat. That's it. You got it. You got that out of your system. Now you can go back into your under your bridge and in your cave, and you can squeeze out what about some little DNA play? Yeah, damn, you guys got it. But anyway, folks, I like to thank y'all for coming through and listening to my channel and listening to me express my feelings about being this event. Like I said, I'm hoping maybe I get some interviews down the line. If anybody watches me who really shares my stuff, share my stuff, comment, subscribe. Support women in the sport of bodybuilding. Not just support all athletes in the sport of bodybuilding. These people, they put a lot of work and time into the sport, and and they just, they don't get as much back as they should. But anyway, I'm going to head out. I got to get ready for my interview later with uh sorry, Santana Francisco. She is just got a pro card, and come through. You follow my channel. You should have the and if you're my subscribers, you should see the notification for that interview. Go check it out. You know, yeah, Bossy. Okay, Bossy, I'll give you one more because I know you like this. Let me see one more I can get you. Give me a sec, Bossy. I'll give you one more because yeah, perv bar. I respect what Bossy. I can respect your pervitude. I can respect it because I can understand it. And any other man who like these ladies, I can understand that. I'll give you a quick one, balls deep. You can rub one out and go back to sleep. Here's one. Here he goes. That's Isabella bikini. You gotta, it's like, look at a chick with huge boobs and bikinis, like looking into the sun. You have to, you have to look, you have to really do like this. You have to take your hands and put it between your nose and above your eyebrow and look directly in her eyes so you can't be distracted by her. But like I said, I think that's enough. That's enough for you, balls deep. So wrap it up and put on some and use your lotion and tissue. But folks, like I said, I want to also again, I want to get word to my partner, the hand of the emperor, Jen. I hope we get to do this tomorrow. I said again, it was a great chance. I mean, for except that one hiccup, me missing my train, it was a great opportunity, for me to, yeah, goddamn, yeah. It was a great opportunity for me to go to this place to check it out. I think I'm going to need to get better good shape because there's a lot of walking I did. My legs, my quads are probably my legs, my quads, and my thighs are sore from hitting the stairs, walking. Lucky a couple of times did those. I got to find the elevator to up to the venue, so that saved me a lot. But I would say peace and blessings to everybody out there. I mean, Ballsy says, support these athletes that support bodybuilding, support my channel, comment, subscribe, share, like, don't like, do whatever you want to do. But like I said, I do appreciate y'all listening to me. And to me, just me just geeking out, and just that me, going to this place for my first time in my life, going to a real professional bodybuilder show and seeing these competitors, and just it's just what we see on TV and on the internet. It's a totally different thing, but we see it in person. You just be at awe. Your head always swivel. But like I said, I really appreciate if y'all coming through, listen to me. Y'all can be chat and just support my channel, where it's a little over, we're over 925 subscribers. So maybe by the middle of, or maybe by the, I would say maybe I might hit 1,000 by the end of the year, or maybe by the first of next year. But and then we do get monetized, so we start making some cash. Anyway, this has been our Joe's page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out. Have a good rest of your evening.